that!
Oh, and I thought I was ugly.
It's wearing off. My beauty spell is wearing off.
It always does.
Oh, fuck you. I need the blood of a queen. Hey, I need the blood of a queen to fix this.
Well, you killed the last one when you took it from him. I guess you could do it again.
I'm Lips.
And I'm Leslie Gabor.
And this is...
Baby.
And this is... An Alternative Dimension! Yeah, thank you. What is it? What is this? Our 11th episode.
11.
Hey, pigs! Let's party! I'm really, really excited to have you here. Thanks for coming all the way here.
Thank you for driving me.
No problem. So, where are you from?
I'm from Baltimore.
From Baltimore. Ooh, God, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, actually, I've worked in Baltimore a lot. It's a really fun town to work.
Yeah, it needs revamped, I think. It needs a facelift.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just
so I mean, you could probably use one too on that side. But...
Well, that's where you come in later.
What about me?
No, I think you're perfect.
Would you happen to say that I'm prettier than Lips?
Being ugly is not my thing. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. So what do you do in Baltimore?
Well, I perform. It's not all drugs like it's supposed to be up there. So I host two shows, actually. I host Fascino at Trinacria in Mount Vernon.
Right.
And then I have recently started hosting a new show called Metrosexual at Metro Gallery.
Oh my God! I love Metro Gallery.
Me too.
It's nice. It's nice. I want to know about this look. What is this look inspired by?
I kind of came up with it on my own, and it turned into the countess. So I just figured
I can see it.
Always
I can
going
see it
to
right
be Lady
here.
Gaga, and I'm fine with it. But yeah, I came up with it just by going to Michael's and walking around the flower section.
Mm-hmm. You do look a little like Lady Gaga.
So how did you get your start doing drag?
I don't really know. I started about 2 to 3 years ago, and I was like 18, and I started performing at this bar called The Crown, and it's just a really like divey bar, but it's cute.
We all started at dive bars. We've all started at dive bars.
And I was under 21, so I couldn't really perform anywhere. So that was the only place that gave me a chance. And I did a few shows, but nothing really major. And then once I hit 21, I got offered the show at Trinacria. And now I've been full force going at it.
That's a stroke of luck.
Wonderful.
Yeah, we all started at dive bars. Like, I started off at this cute little bar that nobody really went to, and I invited my friends and they would never come. One time they did, but they didn't show up. They were like, the next day I was like, where were you guys? And they were like, well, we didn't really want to go in. There was like this dumpster there and there was this guy in it, and I was like, that was me. That was me performing.
Where are you performing in DC?
Right now, I believe the only place I've performed is Uproar. That's
I've done Uproar. It's a fun place.
Yeah.
It's a fun place to.
It's always fun. Desiree's amazing.
And it's always packed out. It was it was the RuPaul showing, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I did Dragula, and then I also did the Drag Race viewing party.
Right.
So both viewing parties I've done. And it's a really great space. The bartenders there are wonderful. I love it.
So what type of queen do you consider yourself?
I don't know. I feel like I am finally at a point now where I've kind of figured out the look and the aesthetic and everything that I'm shooting for, and I was trying to since I was 18, and it just was a hot mess. But I love doing burlesque. Burlesque is that's really where my heart is.
Burlesque.
Doing that, but not traditional burlesque.
Did anything inspire you to do burlesque, or is there anybody that you look up to?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, when I started doing drag, Betty Ohana was by far one of the most welcoming people to me, and really started to give me gigs and introduced me to that community. So I would say she's by far one of my biggest inspirations because she just is so wonderful.
Mhm.
She's so kind and so talented, and she makes all of her own costumes, and I admire everything about her.
And she does burlesque.
Yeah,
Big burlesque queen of the DMV.
She is the burlesque.
Does she ever come to DC? I don't think I've ever seen her.
She does. She does a few gigs here and there, but she focuses mostly on her show at the Eagle in Baltimore.
Right. And what show's that?
Grindhouse.
Every
first Friday, I believe.
Grindhouse. So where do you want to be in the future?
I don't know. I definitely don't see myself staying in Baltimore forever.
Where would you want to go? Like, where would you want to settle?
I heard Baltimore's the land of plenty, though.
Is it?
Plenty of nothing.
Yes, Mae West. Go ahead with
Yeah.
your one-liners.
I don't know where I'd want to end up, but regardless, I definitely see myself following this as far along as I can. Obviously, I think not everyone's, but a lot of queens' goal is drag race, which would be amazing, but
Right.
that's not essential for me to be happy with my drag career.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I would ever pursue drag race. I see myself having a nervous breakdown.
Oh, I absolutely would. The pressure.
But
would
hey,
kill me.
that might make for good TV.
Yeah, totally.
I think that's actually what they look for. Is this person
Is this
emotionally
person
unstable? Yeah.
Lips, you're just too pretty for Drag Race.
I'm too pretty for anything. If you look at me like this.
Have you thought about drag race at all?
I think you should totally do it.
Me?
Yes, you should totally
No.
Just do
I already
Just
have
do it. Don't
a
think
career.
about it. Just do it.
I just do this for fun.
I'd want to do Dragula. No, I don't want to do
Oh
Dragula.
God, no.
I don't
Not
want to do Dragula.
exterminations.
No, because I don't want to eat like raw stuff and bugs.
Some of them I would be fine with, but there were some that I wanted to just throw up.
Yeah,
That was bad.
yeah.
Ooh, I haven't seen any of them.
I mean,
Are they really like gross? Like, what do they do?
There was one that.
Okay,
I
Roseanne,
think
thank you for
The
hosting
very
the show with
first
me.
one was they took needles and went up in the gauge down their arms. So they did a small needle, small needle, small needle, small needle, larger needle, and then a really, really
Oh, the
huge
piercing,
needle.
yeah. The needle was like that big around.
Yeah. Intense. The tattoo one would have been
No.
fun. That would've been
The tattoo one, yeah.
Don't know about that.
Yeah, no. The paintball one would have been so fun.
That would have been really fun. I would totally get off on abusing somebody. Motherfucker!
I also heard that you're a hairstylist during the daytime.
I am. My wigs wouldn't show that, but this needs brushed for sure. But I do hair. I've been doing it for about a year now. Yeah.
Awesome.
Brand
So
new.
come get a haircut from Baby.
So, I mean, what else inspires you? What else inspires you for all these looks in your performances?
To be this.
To be this.
To be this wonderful.
Yeah, where do you get your inspiration? Where does it come from? What drives you?
I mean, growing up, I was a diehard Gaga fan. So, of course, most of my looks, I feel like somehow are inspired or channel her in some way. But I always look to blonde women. They're my favorite.
Mm-hmm. Just by being blonde.
Yeah, you could literally be
I'm
blonde.
blonde.
I'm obsessed with you.
Do I
These
inspire you?
words say differently.
You know, I used to be inspired by Britney Spears.
It shows.
And Lips used to be inspired by Swamp Thing.
Oh, that definitely shows. Creature of the Night is my favorite look of hers.
What?
It was by far Riff Raff when we did Rocky Horror together.
Oh,
She really didn't wear any makeup. And she didn't even need to adjust the hair. I'm
Lips.
waiting for her to come back.
in this far off land of Russia, there was the Tsars, which was the royal family of Russia. It was the reign of Tsar Nicholas and Tsarina Alexandra. They had a son, and his name was Alexei. And they heard just kind of through rumors in Russia that this guy was like this spiritual healer and that he was like a real thing. So they sent for him. And when he got there, he was like this disgusting guy with this big long beard with like food in it. And he showed up kind of drunk. They were like really desperate because their son was a hemophiliac, which means internal bleeding makes limbs swell. And it kind of drains you of your energy, and you can actually like die of it if it goes untreated. And at this time, this was like the 1900s. Medical stuff wasn't very good back then, so they had to just rely on this spiritual healer. They went in. He saw Prince Alexei, and he just kind of like waved his hands around the child, spoke to the child with a soft voice, and the next day, gone.
It went away.
It went away. Just like totally.
Does it work on fat?
Yeah, you can use it. You can use all of it. Anyways, this guy's his name was Grigory Rasputin. And he was very ominous, even at this time. They call him the Mad Monk, but he wasn't an actual monk. He was connected to the Russian Orthodox Church, but he was kind of like a Hasidic, or a Hasidic. Yeah, he was very Hasidic. He tasted like raspberries. No, but he was raspberries. Hey, and I do. Don't fuck with me. I do Carol Channing.
Say it again.
Better than Pirate Penguin.
Do one more time.
Raspberries. Yes. Anyway, so this guy, he was a part like of a philosophy, just kind of like a branch, not really associated with the church. It was kind of like a cult spin-off. They believed that to experience atonement and forgiveness, you have to sin first. So they submerged, right? They submerged themselves in sin. They drank in excess, ate in excess, just slept around, did whatever they could, and then would go to church and pray for forgiveness.
I mean, if you're gonna have to be Christian, that's probably the best way to be.
Yeah, I mean, they were kind of a mystic group. They thought that this could, was like the secret to life.
Did it work?
Well, what had happened was, so this guy was kind of disgusting. He would just kind of go all over the place. The Tsars actually invited him to live in the palace because they were so grateful to him for healing their son. And whenever he was around, Alexei just was a normal kid. But he was actually kind of disgusting because he would just like walk right up to women and just like harass them. He would grab their breasts. He would like forcibly
today. Yeah,
he would forcibly like kiss them.
Sounds like Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Stop.
He was a pig, but all of Russia just criticized the Tsars for being associated with this guy. So a member of the Tsar family invited Rasputin over for dinner and for like wine and cakes. They thought that he just needs to be removed because he was no good for the Tsars. He was no good for Russia. They poisoned the wine and the cakes. Rasputin ate the wine and the cakes. Nothing happened. Like he just kept eating the food.
That sucks.
So the guy who invited him over, he was like, all right, fuck this. I'm sick of this. So he just took a knife and stabbed him and threw him in the cellar.
Did that kill him?
No.
No?
No. He was crawling back up the stairs. He got out the front door and they shot him a few times in the stomach, in the chest, and he still wasn't dead. So they tied him up, threw him into the river, into this frozen river. They found him like 2 days later. Dead. He was finally dead, but it looked like that he just recently died because he was trying to get out of the restraints.
So what do you think? Do you think his practices that he was doing was causing him to live forever?
I don't know if he was like into some like witchcraft, esoteric, whatever it was.
Huh.
I don't know, but you know.
What do you think, baby?
Well, all I know is from the movie Anastasia, and I would say he was immortal.
I would say that too.
Was he her friend in the movie?
No, he was trying to kill her.
Really?
He was the bad guy.
Oh.
But you know what? Here's.
But it wasn't really like that.
But
right?
you know what?
No, it wasn't.
Here's the tea. When you talk to somebody who has like internal bleeding, you calm them down, slows down the bleeding. So that could have been why. Maybe he just had a calming effect on Alexei. Maybe he just didn't have these mystic powers. Maybe, you calm somebody down, they stop bleeding internally, swelling goes down, and they're a normal person.
It's kind of like when your kids bring home some like junkyard dog, and they're like, "Can we keep it, please? Can we keep it? It makes us so happy."
Yeah.
And then the parents are like,
You should keep it. Just have Lips walk behind you on a leash and try to sell her to somebody.
In the arms of the angel.
All right, Sarah.
Isn't that a horrible commercial with
No,
all
it's
those sad
terrible.
dogs?
"Do you
Oh,
have any
it's
questions
attached.
for us regarding the Rasputin story?"
Because we're authorities. We were there.
I don't have any questions for you. Like I said, that was my history lesson for the year because I only know what I know from Anastasia, and that's fabricated.
I never saw Anastasia.
Ew.
I never
saw
saw it
Anastasia because I was like,
It's like the best princess movie, and it's not even a Disney movie.
either. It's a musical too.
Yeah, the music is wonderful in it.
I have singing.
Sungen.
I've sang.
Sungen.
In acting school, they used to give me songs from Anastasia, and I sang
Isn't it
songs.
wonderful? You should watch the movie.
Yeah, well, the
It's on Broadway
music
now.
is dope, but I was like a big person. I was a big person when Anastasia came out. Like, I'm from the old school. I used to watch your Little Mermaids and your
I watched that.
Sleeping Beauties, but by the time Anastasia was out, I was like this big kid. I didn't
I
want to
think
go to the
Anastasia
theater.
came out the year I was born.
Anyway, so I was like an older person, like an older kid when Anastasia came out. So I didn't want to be like this big kid walking into the cinema like, "Hey, pigs, let's watch Disney."
But you could have.
No,
I could've.
I remember it came out, and I was kind of older too, and I was like, "Oh, I can't do it. They're all gonna think I'm gay."
And look what happens. Look what happens.
It's all because of Anastasia.
I didn't get to see it.
Do you know what tickles me? Do you know what tickles me to no end? Is that I used to wear my my mother's high heels because I used to like when I was a kid. Because I used to like I like the sound that they made. I used to just like clack, 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 and my dad and my stepdad used to like freak out. They're like, "Don't let him wear women's clothes." Because this could happen. Oh my God. But I just love that I'm their worst nightmare.
Yeah.
Come to life.
No, when I was younger, I would make my dad like take a towel and wrap it around my head and tie it in a knot so it'd be like a ponytail.
I used to do
around.
that. I used to do that. No. I used to save the little head clips with the cat ears.
Oh yeah.
And I used to steal the belt from my mom's bathrobe, and I used to stuff it down my pants, and I used to be like, "Catwoman, Catwoman."
Michelle Pfeiffer's.
Michelle
only
Pfeiffer, yes.
Catwoman.
No, I'm not done. Cuddle up to her and go. All right, is there anything you want to talk about?
No.
Duh, welcome to the Lip Show. Baby.
That's my name.
Yeah. Where can we find you? Where can the kids at home find you?
In Baltimore at Trinacria in Mount Vernon, every third Saturday of the month, and then at Metrosexual, which I'm hoping will become a bi-monthly show, but as of right now, we're only about to have the second show. But that's at Metro Gallery.
Right. So catch her at Trinacria for
Fascino.
And at the Metro Gallery for
Metrosexual.
Yay! So I've had fun.
I've had a good
I've had a
time
lot of
too.
Until next time, I'm Lips.
And I'm Leslie Gabor.
And I'm Baby.
And this is an alternative dimension. So now, who's the fairest of them all? Fuck you all. Listen, I hate everybody. I hate everything. Fuck y'all. Y'all can do the show on your own. Bye.
Where are you going?
Away from you.
She finally left.